Well, restaurants all across New Orleans are offering those special meals to enjoy this holiday season as part of the centuries-old tradition of Reveillon.
Yeah, and Chef Kev has been checking a lot of them out. He's been getting meal after meal after meal. We're really jealous of him. Today, Chef Kev is checking out Commander's Palace Reveillon dinner.
Today, I'm celebrating the 12 days of Reveillon here at Commander's Palace with Chef Meg Bickford. Holidays, Commander's Palace, Reveillon. Doesn't it just scream family?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Yeah.
I mean, it's such a thing. I think everybody's ready to get back out.
Absolutely. I think we are very much ready to have the restaurant filled and to be celebrating the holidays. You know, it's a very, very special time of year for us.
Because it does feel like a family affair when you come to Commander's.
I think so, and I very much think that the holidays, I mean, we've become tradition for so many people in our neighborhood, and it's a generational tradition, you know? And I mean, I've been here at Commander's for quite a while now, but even people before me, you know, it's like you literally watch the neighborhood grow up. You know, what was once little girls coming with their parents for Christmas or for Thanksgiving, they're now adults with their children, and it's really, it's an awesome time of year, and it's a great celebration.
And Reveillon gives you a little chance to get creative and play with the menu, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, we were all very excited about the opportunity to do Reveillon this year, like we always are. For me, Reveillon growing up, we would go to midnight mass. And after midnight mass, we would come home and we would do a big ham and we would shuck oysters and we would fry oysters and have oysters on the half shell. And it was this huge celebration. It was so exciting as a little kid to be able to stay up that late on Christmas. You know what I mean? That's like, we're breaking all the rules. But it was just such a big feast and everybody is outside and we're all, I mean, that's how I learned how to shuck oysters as a really little girl, you know? So it's really personally very important to me. You know, our Reveillon wasn't necessarily fancy, but it's just very important to me. And I always get so excited every year to do the Reveillon menu because it just kind of resonates a lot of those feelings.
You know, Reveillon is, I think it's about sharing.
Yes.
You know? So share, what do we have, some of the things that we have here?
Absolutely. So these are a few items that'll be on our Reveillon menu this year, along with the holly berry cocktail. So this is our Reveillon on the rocks. It's a little Absolute Citron, some Palma liqueur, and a little cranberry, and garnished with a fresh cranberry.
Holly berry?
Holly berry, yep.
I like that.
Thought that was pretty fitting. Here we have an acorn squash bisque that is topped with champagne poached Gulf Rock shrimp. We've got a little Creole cream cheese and herb croustade with some fresh citrus. A nice kind of way to lighten up some of the heavy food of the season. Here we have beautiful flounder fillets that have been stuffed with a Gulf oyster and roasted mushroom duxelle. So we make our little fish sandwich with our duxelle, and then we are soft poaching that in a really, really intense Meyer lemon butter. It's such the season for citrus, so again, a nice way to really lighten up some of those heavy flavors. And of course, it's topped with some crispy Gulf fried oysters. Of course. And then for dessert, we've kind of, you know, to me, you can't have Reveillon without the finer things like foie gras. So we have kind of made this really nice mix of savory and sweet for the dessert this year. So we've got what we're calling the foie gras figgy pudding. So we've got this really, really warm spiced fig cake underneath. And we've topped it with some boozy dried fruit, some apricots, cranberries, some nice cherries in there. It's topped with seared foie gras and a foie gras Creole cream cheese ice cream. And then on the side, we're serving it with a house-made aged eggnog.
Wow.
Yeah. So a few months ago, we, you know, had this brainchild and decided we were going to make a whole bunch of eggnog. Thank goodness it was right after the storm, because had we started it when I wanted, we would have lost it all. But yeah, so we made this beautiful aged eggnog, and the flavors just get really, it's a beautiful mix of it. Almost mellows out, but the egginess and the custardiness of the eggnog really intensifies. It's really fantastic.
And I don't think people realize that you think of Commander's Palace, you think of fine dining, but so much of it comes from recipes that you grew up with as a kid.
Absolutely.
That have transformed into, whether it's at home or fine dining, it's all about visiting at the table with family and friends.
Yes.
Hence the oysters.
Yes. And I think, you know, A few years ago, you know, when Paul Prudhomme and Ella Brennan sat at the table and they talked about how to combine Cajun and Creole cuisine and how to take the food that Paul was used to cooking and the food that Ella wanted to bring to the table and really elevate our cuisine. I think that had a lot to do with it. And I think to do that in a successful way, it has to resonate from home. It can't lose those feelings and those connections that, you know, we as a people have with food.
Sure. And what's your favorite part of the holidays?
Sitting at a table.
There we go.
Absolutely.
There
yeah.
we go. Here we are, sitting at the table. Gang, for Reveillon, you have to make it a point. Come on out to Commander's Palace, sit at the table, and enjoy a wonderful, wonderful visit with Chef Meg Bigford. For WWL TV, I'm Chef Kevin Belton, and happy holidays.